Yes, I have the same thing on that I had in my 50-year in facts video. I filmed this right afterwards because I'm trying to get some content up for you guys because I love you. So today I'm going to be talking about the time that I got suspended for cussing on Twitter. No one believes me when I tell them that that happened, but it happened. And I'm still salty about it. Sorry for this pile of clothes. I'm lazy, so that's why that's there. I can't tell if I like the lighting here better or up there. So basically, what happened, it's honestly really short and really sweet, and I know the person that did it, and I literally still don't like this person, but it's fine. So I was in 10th grade. I was a cheerleader in high school. I guess I could have started with that. I was a cheerleader in high school, and I went to a private school, which whenever I tell people that, they're like, oh, that makes sense now. I'll get to that in a minute. So I went to a private school, like 35 kids in my class. I was a cheerleader. Everybody knew everybody. Try to block that out of my mind. Don't get me wrong. Honestly, I really liked my school. I liked it a lot. I just honestly didn't like the people. So one day I'm in class. I don't have any notes or anything, so I'm literally just pulling this out of my brain. But one day I was in class, and I don't remember how the day was going or what day of the week it was or whatever, but I just remember I was sitting in world history. I think that's what I took sophomore year. Yeah, sitting in world history, and when they call you, like when they need you to go to like the office or something, they had an intercom system that they'll call you over the intercom. And so I heard two girls from 2 classes above me, so the senior class, they were cheerleaders with me. I heard their names come over the intercom kind of throughout like the last couple of periods and whatever. And then I heard a girl in my class, this was the class before that, or this was the, I don't know what I'm talking about. So the period before the one that I was in, I heard a girl in my class get called. And so she got up, she went to the office or wherever they needed her, and it was like, I think she was called out like kind of like in the middle of class, and by the end of class she still wasn't there. So I was like, dang, like what the heck? Okay, it's weird. And literally in my mind I thought like, oh, how scary would that be if my name came over the intercom? Because like, and your name comes over the intercom, everybody's like what? Like seriously, it's kind of terrifying. Like it's a very scary feeling for a 16-year-old, 15 I think. So I went to my next period, and I was in my world history class, and I thought I heard someone, and all of a sudden I hear, Kristen, to Miss Hall's office. Excuse me, what? For what? So I get up out of my seat and I go to Miss Hall's office, and I'm kind of waiting out there, and homegirl, the girl in my class that was called like an hour before, was still in there. So I was like, what? And I think actually somebody, honestly no, now that I'm telling this, I remember the reason why I was like, wouldn't that be scary if my name was called over the thing, was because I had talked to one of the girls and who had got called before the girl in my class, and they were like, yeah, we're getting in trouble, like people are getting in trouble for Twitter or whatever. I don't know what it was, but I know that somebody told me, and then that's when I was like, oh, what if my name was called? I'm sitting there, the girl in my class is still in there, and I'm like, oh my god, like what the heck? What is going on? What the heck? So then Miss Hall comes out, she like, the girl looks pissed, which we all were because it was freaking stupid. And so she comes out of the office, and she's like she just looks mad, and Miss Hall like takes her back, I don't know, she goes somewhere. So she's like, you can go sit in my office. I go into the office, and I see like the papers highlighted, like tweets basically highlighted, and then like the handbook, the student handbook or whatever. And so I'm sitting there, and I was like, oh my gosh, like, oops, this isn't good, abort mission. I was so scared. And so I was sitting there, and I was literally like a little baby in high school. I was so dramatic, so I blew everything out of proportion. So like something that like this, I honestly would be like, you guys are really dumb. Like I don't even care now. But back then I thought it was like the end of the world. I was freaking out. I didn't want them to tell my mom. I already knew what was coming. So Miss Hall comes in, sits down, and, you know, I forgot, honestly, how the conversation even went, but she showed me my tweets that she had printed out in a freaking book, and then, like, highlighted the inappropriate ones. And I was like, okay, whatever. So she's like, actually, no, I did not say, okay, whatever. I was bawling. My stomach was in my butt. She starts telling me all of these things, and basically, I don't know how the conversation went, but she pulled out the handbook and made me read where it said, I represent this school, I blah, blah, blah. And it came out later that the 4 girls who got in trouble, like, publicly, to where the whole school knew about it, was because we were cheerleaders and we represented the school at a higher standard or whatever. She read me that. I signed the handbook, I had signed the handbook because you have to when you go into a private school. I'm pretty sure all private schools are like that. Whatever. And then she was reading off the tweets to me. I had something that I wrote in French. I don't even speak French. I just use like Google Translate, and it was like a Taylor Swift lyric or something. And I thought it looked cool in French. And she was like, what does this say in French? And honestly, my smart little mouth right now would have said something really bad, but me cowering in fear and like rocking back and forth like a little baby, I was like, it's just a Taylor Swift lyric. And then I had one tweet that said, you're a stupid hoe, because I was quoting Nicki Minaj, duh. And she was like, who is this about? Like, I'm gonna tell you if it was about somebody. Like, what are you gonna do? Go tell them? Go tell their mommy? Like, people at this school don't like me anyways. Like, pff, go ahead. I really wish I had this attitude back then, because honestly, actually, I probably would have gotten into a lot of trouble. After she read me these things, I had another one that said Jersey Shore bitches, because it was Jersey Shore night, and I was excited. And she read all of them, and it was bad. Well, 2 of the girls got detentions. 2 of the girls got ISS, right? I saw the girl walk out with her detention slip, alright? And I knew the other girl, I think, got a detention too. So I was like, oh yeah, and they called my mom. Like, I think I'm the only one that they called the mom on to come up to the school. But I was like, again, like I said, I was really dramatic, so I was like having a panic attack. Like, she called the headmaster into the room. Like, really? It's not that big a deal. I'm not like going to jail for murder. Like, I didn't do anything wrong. I just like tweeted you a stupid hoe. Like, what's wrong with that? So my mom came up to the school. She was crying and whatever, but my mom honestly, like, didn't really, it's not that she didn't care, obviously, because I've like was 15 cussing all over Twitter, but she was more like upset at who did it. Like, she was like, why didn't somebody just come to me if they had an issue? Like, why? My dad was really angry at the school because they were like, he was like, it's none of your business. Like, if you had an issue, you should come to me. Like, it's none of your business to, you don't punish her for that stuff. That's up to me. Like, I'm the father. Like, I'm the parent. My dad was still working in DC, so my mom had to call my dad. And I thought I didn't get grounded, nothing. Like, I thought I was going to get grounded because my mom, like, I thought she was going to be so mad. But she talked to my dad. She was like, yeah, y'all didn't do anything wrong. So I was like, oh, okay, cool. Sweet. Move on. So, what was I saying? Oh, back to, like, yeah, detentions and whatever. So, I knew, I was like, oh, no, there's no way. Like, there's no way. Are you serious? Like, I'm gonna get an ISS, and I've never even gotten a detention before. And sure enough, they were like explaining to my mom, because my mom was still sitting there and I was bawling like a little baby, and they were like, she's gonna get ISS, she isn't gonna be able to eat lunch with her classmates, she's not gonna, like, she's gonna be in a different classroom. And they had like an ISS room that just had one desk that was in the office, but 2 of us got ISS, so like one of us was gonna have that room and another one goes to like a middle school, because it's K through 12, so somebody goes to like a middle school room or something. And so she's like, she's gonna like sit, she can do all her homework, she'll get all her stuff from her teachers, and then like at the end of the day, like she'll be fine. It's just for a day. Low-key, part of me was really trying to get out of it by like crying, and like I was kind of trying to be dramatic to like make them think, like I was trying to put on an act, but whatever. And he said, I'm really proud of her because she really like realizes what she did was wrong, and she's like crying, like I can tell she feels bad. No! I was trying to get out of it. I don't think I did anything wrong. I didn't do anything wrong. What? What? Like if this was my kid, I honestly would have told them to take those printed out tweets and shove it. Honestly. But this is why I didn't have this attitude back then, because like, so the next day I came in and I was gonna sit in that little room, but then the other girl came in and they put her in that little room and me in a room with civilization. So I got to do like my homework and whatever, and I like cried that day too. Like, Kristen, stop being such a baby. Like, you don't have to deal with your annoying classmates. Like, be thankful. But yeah, that's the story about how I got suspended on Twitter. It was super short, or suspended for cussing on Twitter. Super short, but that's what happened. I know who did it now, and it was very pathetic. And honestly, at one point she goes, what did she say? At one point she was like, I know y'all think that I did it. And this was like months after. I was like, okay. She was like, but I didn't do it. I was like, okay, cool. Like, it's months later, I don't really care. And she's like, no, I didn't do it. Like, that makes you look guilty, homegirl. Shut up. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I kind of want to do more story times because like I don't have a ton of stuff, but I do have some stuff, and so I kind of want to do some story times, like, and makeup tutorials and crime investigation things. I really don't know what this channel is going to be. I for sure want it to be like makeup related first and foremost, but I also want to do a little bit of story times and all that stuff. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you don't want to subscribe, I understand. My voice is kind of annoying. But if you do want to subscribe, I love you, and I'll see you later.